Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back. And we are at Good and Evil again, as we just did for you guys. For me, it was a few days ago, but anyway, so we're going to make one of these little things, and I'm going to decorate the front with the good item and the evil item. Okay, so for good, we're going to attempt anyway. I don't know how these are going to go because I'm not always super good at that. Foldy things. This is my good, a cute little paper art doll angel, and these ones are not in my piece paper art dolls that I just put out, but I'm working on some other kits too with maybe like a Halloween theme and a Christmas theme, so those obviously aren't done yet. But anyway, I did find these cute little guys, and this is my evil. I have a monster, a Dracula, whatever you want to refer to him as, but I consider that evil. So it's all your interpretation. You do it the way you like to do it. Okay, so what we have and what you will need are a thin-ish piece of paper. This is a graph piece of paper. I ended up using a ledger paper because it was the thinnest type paper that I had that would work size-wise, because this is a pretty big piece of paper. It needs to be 8.5 by 14 inches, which is kind of hard to find in the States. So this isn't a lot of help because I got this at our thrift store, but it's a pad of that thin ledger paper that I purchased, and it's that same size of 8.5 by 14. If you can't find something in that size, I would try to find something as close, or you may be able to like make it like a square smaller or 2 squares smaller, just not have as many folds is what it'll end up being. So you might have to modify it as to where you put the back piece and all of that. I have done it the same as this one with 8.5 by 14. So those are the measurements I'm going to give you. You can also use stuff like the roll of green masking paper that you can buy for painting. You can get it in brown, in green. There's other colors, but because you can cut that to size. You can cut it, you know, however wide or long that you want it. So that might be a great way to go. And the green paper is very thin. And I'm just trying to see, I don't know where mine is right now. I think it's put away way over there. But anyways, it's a thinner paper. You just need something a little bit thinner. And the reason is because when you get this all folded up, it gets pretty thick already, and if you have a thick paper, it wants to like pop open. So the thinner paper, like graph, ledger, that thin green masking paper, which you can buy on Amazon. A lot of times you can get it though at like Home Depot, Lowe's, those places where there's paint for painting your house. Okay, so first thing is 1 sheet of 8.5 by 14 paper. Then you're going to score it every 2 inches along the 14-inch side, the long side. So you just turn my light off, hit it with my knuckle. You can kind of see where the folds are. There's one there, one there, one there, you know. So every 2 inches, you're going to score it. And then you're going to turn it this way, and you're going to score it at 2 7/8, which is this fold here. I know it's hard to see with the card and all that, but there's the fold, 2 7/8. And then you're going to score again at 5 5/8. So 2 7/8 and 5 5/8. This edge obviously is super easy. Every 2 inches is like easy peasy, right? So then when you fold it, I started with this end of the paper first, and I folded in and then back, in, back, in. And then this last piece is a tiny bit smaller. It's just a tiny fraction less width. So see, when it folds in, it's not scooched up against your fold. So if yours happens to be a little longer, you might just want to cut a sliver off so that it's not butting up against your fold. And we all know that's just to keep it folding flat and nice. You won't have any bulk under there. Okay. Then once you get it into this shape, you're going to fold back on that one and then forward on that one. It's the whole accordion thing, you know, that you're looking for. So once it's like, here, I'll show you one that doesn't have the front and the back. So now I have it all folded. I'm folding this one to the back, score it good, and now I'm folding that one to the front and scoring it good. Okay. So this piece right here is my front where I'm going to place that. So you want it, and by that I mean this front pocket. This is the front. So the front goes to the back folds up to the front. That's just how that ends up with the fold. I'm just trying to make it as easy as I can because I know I struggle real hard with these folding projects. They're not my best thing. So I'm trying to hopefully make it so that it's easy to understand. Okay, so now that I have it like this, we're going to take a piece of cardstock, and this is Tim Holtz cardstock, so it is a bit thicker because I'm making a pocket out of it. I don't want it made out of the same super thin paper that I have right here. I want it to be made out of a nice thick paper. Okay, and this top piece, you're gonna cut, the total is 7 inches long by 2 7/8 across. And this is no flaps cut off yet or anything. So this one you can see this flap that's on here gets cut off, but I haven't done that yet. So it's 7 inches by 2 7/8. Okay, now we're going to cut that so that we can turn it into an actual pocket. So what I'm going to do is cut, going the wrong direction, notch, you know, that sort of triangle shape off, just so you don't have bulk. That's all that is. Instead of cutting it straight off, that's the only reason, is to decrease bulk. And then you're just cutting right down where the fold is, because, oh, I forgot to tell you, you're scoring these little scores are 1/4 of an inch. So it's a 1/2 inch total, but it's a 1/4 inch on each side. If that makes sense. Oh, why did I keep, oh, that was right. Oh, no, I'm just gonna get that wrong. I did it the wrong way. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm telling you, I stink at this kind of stuff, especially on camera. Like, I can figure it out on my own, but trying to teach other people to do this kind of stuff is just not my greatest thing. Okay, so now I have both my flaps on this front side coming off. All that does is, again, it's taking away paper that you don't need. It's just going to make it bulkier, right? So that just makes it a nice little gusseted pocket. Okay, and then we're going to put a thumb notch in that. And this is the front pocket. Now, the original that she got from London, it had a room key in it because, you know, they had a hotel room there. And so they did it that way. You just slide out your room key. And then this was a map of London on the inside. But I kind of like the idea of the pocket. That's what Dina's little trick was to it, because, you know, she wanted to make it more like a pocket for a journal, so it's not sliding through. But you could do the little band there instead. I just prefer the pockets. That's the version I'm showing you. Okay. So I just want to make sure that's good and together. And then I'm going to put glue on this because I am going to glue mine closed. I'm leaving hers as my example, so I'm not going to glue that closed. It's good to be able to have it. And you might want to make your own template first, and then make one, you know, for a journal or whatever. didn't line that up very good, did I? Okay. I still have some hanging over the side. My folding and my cutting are never straight, so hopefully you're better at it than I am. And then these corners are also rounded, which I forgot to do, but I can still do that. It's just, it'll turn out better if you, I guess it doesn't really make any difference. You're still going to have to glue it. Okay. So we're just going to round those corners like Dina has it. I'm going to use the 7mm, but I don't know what kind of punches you guys have. Doesn't really matter. Just need rounded corners just to give it that look. I mean, you don't have to round them at all, but I just want, oops. Oh, I really did a poor job on that. It's probably because I have to use 2 fingers to push it down when it's this thick. Because my thumbs, they don't work anymore. I keep telling my husband my hands don't work anymore. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he just thinks it's crazy how non-functional they are. It's like, yeah, tell me about it. Okay. So there is the little pocket that's going to go on the front of this card. Now, this is one of the tricks to this. If you'll notice, this front pocket is hooked to this very first square rectangle of your folds. This one is not, because there's this piece that folds in. So you want to make sure the piece that folds in doesn't have anything glued to it. You're going to glue it to the very bottom rectangle on the second group of folds. So that, you know, that's a little confusing, I know, but just make sure that you do that, that you leave that one little bit folded in and then glue your piece down. So I'm going to glue to this top rectangle. I'm going to put the glue on the rectangle so that I don't mess up and glue it wrong, hopefully. No guarantees. Oh my gosh, so happy Mother's Day, you guys. I stink at that so bad. I should have said that on Friday, but it wasn't Mother's Day, and duh me. So anyway, I apologize for that. Rude. So anyways, happy Mother's Day. And for me, it is Mother's Day right now. I already went and had a wonderful lunch with my mother and father-in-law, and we went to the restaurant my daughter works at, so I got to see my daughter, and my son is here. So yay, I got everybody. Except my sister. She's in Arizona with her daughter. So that's good that she's there with her daughter. That's what's important. So, but I got to see my kiddos, which is the big thing. And my son's back from college, and he did good his first year. He got a few B's for the first time ever in his life. He's a little shocked with that. I was like, haha, see, it does happen to everybody at some point. I kind of got that a little off. See how it's a little shorter up here than it is down here? I mean, it's not a big deal. You would probably want to, you know, make sure that you glue it in the center as best you can. But as long as you put the back piece on at the same height, it's not going to mess it up. Okay. So then we're going to flip it over because we need the back, but we're not gluing it here. We're gonna glue it. Oh yeah, we are gonna glue it there. Sorry. We're not gluing it on the first flap. This is the first flap folded in. It needs to stay in. So you're putting it on this one right here. Okay. So I have another piece of paper. Trying to figure out which. Oh, okay. This one goes on the back. I have all these different pieces of paper. And I'm just going to round all these corners. This is easy because this is just a piece of cardstock cut at 2 7/16. I don't think I did that. I think I did mine. Let me make sure, because you know it might be 1 2 3 4 5 6 8. I don't think I did that. It's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths. So 2 6/8 by 3.5. Basically what you're doing is making this back card the same size as this card with the sides folded in. So if that makes it easier to do it after the fact and just measure and make it the same size, because that's what you're doing, okay? So I'm going to glue that one on the back here. I'm folding it up so it's all closed up, just like it will be. This way I can hopefully line it up a little bit better. And try not to glue everything together, hopefully. So now I'm going to just put this piece on like this. This was one of Tim Holtz, I think it was the Abandoned paper pack. It's one of the Halloween ones. Now see, I don't think that's right. I think I'm going to have to trim it. Yeah, because the size isn't right. So I would definitely make your front pocket and then go back and measure this one all folded up and then make your back pocket, because somewhere I goobered it up. I'm sure Dina's right. But when you start getting into 16ths and all that, I'm out. Sorry. I am the worst at all that. So anyways, that's that. So that if you don't math, like I don't math, then just make your front pocket, measure it, and then make the back the same. I just messed that up even more. I'm just going to leave it alone before I screw it up. Okay. I don't think I can get it in here now. No, it won't fit. All right. So then what we have is a card that goes in the inside pocket, and we're going to make sure it fits before I tell you the size, because I may have to cut a little off because I folded my sides in and I may have glued something. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it is right. So this piece that goes inside is 2 1/4 by 3.5. So if I was you, I'd watch this video once and just write down sizes and kind of get the gist, and then maybe watch it again and go step by step or whatever. That might be the easiest thing to do. And I'm just rounding the corners like Dina did on hers. Thank you so much for sending this, Dina. That was so, so sweet. And it was awesome that you like took it apart and figured it out and put it all together. And yeah, it's awesome. And so I have another piece of the same cardstock. I'm going to use this flipped over side. And again, it's Tim Holtz. So I will work on doing some more of those funny little pieced paper art doll things, because they are super fun, and I do think they're really cute on things. And like, I thought about doing a devil because I have an angel, but the ones I found were just real creepy, and I don't want it to be, I mean, I know it's supposed to be evil, but I want it to be something I'll actually use like in a Halloween journal or something like that. So I just went with that one because it's still a monster and evil and all that. So I just figured that will work. I was looking for like an old advertisement with like a devil, and I just couldn't find anything I liked. And I know there's stuff because I've seen it, but I just couldn't. I wasn't having luck, I'll say. And that's just a whale tail. But you could use any type of tab, or sew a piece of fabric on there, or glue a piece of fabric on there, or piece of paper, whatever. Just need something so you can pull it in and out. You could attach this onto a page. I think they might be better in a pocket, but you do you, you know. And this little angel is going to go on here because we're doing good first. And I have this little sticker from the Antiquarian sticker book. Just a pretty like Art Deco design there in a circle. And I am going to add glue because these aren't very sticky. They seem like they're okay until you stick them on paper and then they just fall off. Maybe not right away, but eventually. Okay, I'm going to put it down sort of near the bottom because I kind of want her to be standing in this. And yes, you're not going to be able to see all this, I know, but it's a background. Just have to tell ourselves it's a background. Okay, and then she's going to kind of stand like this, and you'll see a little bit of that back behind her, just as pretty, I feel like. And I feel like you could sort of use this in a Christmas journal, but it doesn't have to be just for a Christmas journal. I'm thinking for my next 50 stack challenge, if you guys want to keep doing this, maybe we will do Christmas things. Like I can draw a Christmas themed word, whatever, you know, jingle bells out of a bag. It's just kind of like I've been doing. And you have to make, you know, one piece of ephemera with jingle bells and one with red ribbon, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just all those type of words on them. And then that way we could build up some Christmas ephemera before Christmas gets here. I'm thinking that might be a great idea because I need it. I know that. So, okay. Let's see if we did it right. This piece is stuck more than it should be. Not surprised. I just got it too close to the edge, really. So just be careful when you're gluing yours together. Okay, there's that one. And then we come back here, and I did the same thing. But it's easy to do. It's fixable. Okay, so then that opens, and then our last flap flaps open again. Okay, last flap folds in, fold in, and then you're doing the accordion. That's the accordion fold there. Okay, and voila! I hope you guys get this because they are really cute. That's super cute. Okay, now let's do our evil, our crazy little vampire guy here. So I need to find, that's the back because there's my folded in piece. That's how you can figure it out. If you fold this all up and you're like, I don't know what's what. I mean, I thought about writing like a little T on here, which that isn't a bad idea. Right after you fold it, just write with a pencil T. So you know that's the top, okay? And then fold it over and put a B for back, okay? And then that way you'll know that's where you're gluing your two bits. Because you don't want to, you want to glue to this top piece and you want to glue to the back of that second line of rectangles. Okay, that's just my advice because I know how I am. Okay, so this is my little pocket, and this again is that same Tim Holtz. It's actually the exact same piece of paper as the other one. It's just folded the other direction. So again, we're going to cut off the two flaps on either side of this. Hopefully, if my brain works. And a little flap there. I want to make sure I get. Okay. And now I'm gonna flip it over so that I can cut easier. We're gonna cut the other one and go at an angle just to cut off extra stuff we don't need. Hopefully you're better at cutting than I am. All right. There's our little pocket to go here at the top. Oh, let's do our thumb notch first. Oh, and you can cut off a little bit of that top angle too. so it doesn't show up at the top of your pocket. That's also a good thing to do. I just forgot, so I'm just gonna go with it like it is. I think it's fine for this one. I don't know why I got these so wonky. Okay, so there's our pocket. And again, it's going to get glued to this top part. Oh, I need to round the corners. Cannot remember that to save my life here. I guess you don't really need to fix that because it's going to get chopped anyway. I can do it with one thumb. Okay. Yay. I don't totally feel like this needs a whole lot of inking. I don't know. I think it's just because it's already kind of a grayish, dark color, but you can do what you want to do. Put glue all over this. Try to get it in the middle if I can. We would like it right side up, though. I'm going to fold it and see if that makes it a little easier to get it sort of in the center. Just making sure I have the top. Okay. And you want to make sure you make your folds real crisp, because even though I tried to do that, it's still you know, it doesn't ever line up totally perfect when you do these foldy type projects, I feel like. All right, so now we're going to put this gray out on this side. I think it goes this way because there's a letter F right there. Cut the little corners again. And you could decorate the little tags that go in them and stuff too. I'm just doing two. It's kind of like just a lot of things to decorate at this moment. We want to get both the good and evil done. Oopsie. See, that's how I mess it up, because I go flicking glue everywhere. All right, I'm going to try to line it up here as best I can. I think I got this rectangle off on size as well. Yep, surely did. I don't know what I was doing when I cut these the first time. I thought I had it all figured out. Apparently not so much. Okay. I think I did that one a little bit better, I hope. All right, and now I have, where did I put? I had another piece. Hold on just a second. Okay, found it. Little headstone that I wanted on here, but I left it over on the other side of the room with the book that it came out of, and yeah, so I had myself all discombobulated trying to find it because I want that behind him. So, and I found this out of the antiquarian sticker book as well, so it's not something I ever thought I would use out of there, but ta-da! Just give me a little Halloween and there you go. So now I have a piece of Halloween ephemera made, because that's what I will use this for. That was the thing. I wanted to make something that I would actually use. So think about that if you make journals and you're making ephemera. Definitely make it something that you'll use. Not just, you know, because of the prompt. Okay. There's that, and we're going to put this evil gentleman right here. And his head is probably going to stick up a little bit right there. Just a little concerning. I didn't think about that with the thumb notch. But I think once the tab's on there, because that's how you would most likely be pulling it in and out. So I think I'll be all right. I could put a little extra paper back there maybe. Ah, my hands are all sticky. I haven't even glued all that much, really. Pretty bad. I think I will just put a little something over there on his head, just because we don't want it to get torn. It's just copy paper, so I don't want it to tear. So So I'm going to come over here, glue this, and then trim it. Just to give him a little stability on that side. It's supposed to thunderstorm today, so that'll be interesting to see if it does. It would be kind of nice to, I always like to get a little rain. It smells good and cools things off. It's kind of hot today. I know, right? I keep complaining. It's cold. It's hot. It's ay, because there's no in between. It's just one or the other. One or the other. All right. Now he really looks scary, huh? These are just fun to play with, these funny little people or monsters, whatever the case may be. Oh, I put glue on that, didn't I? Such a dingling. Oh, there's just that little bit hanging over, so that's not a big deal. I kind of did scooch them all the way down to the bottom, so. All right. And we're going to put our little tab on. So I hope you guys make some of these, and I'd love to see them. If you do, they are fun. And you could make up a bunch and just have them, you know, plain with nothing on them, and then decorate them up when you make whichever journal. I'm doing that because if you see any of the edge, it won't be white. And this paper is just some paper I had in my scrap bin. It has a bat and a spider down here, so I was like, oh, that works. That'll do it, right? And this piece has a skull, more than one skull, but skulls on it. Halloween leftovers. And that will go in there. Maybe. All right, so we have good for number 39 and evil for number 40. Ta-da! I hope you guys like those. They are really very fun, and it is a tiny bit thick, but if you use the thinner paper, it's not like awful. Definitely able to stick it into a pocket without a problem. It's about like yay. So yeah, it would go easily into a pocket. So I hope you guys make some. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.